How do you handle attendance, if you will, for lack of better terms? Do you require businesses to be there, or do you track how often someone is there, or is it
No,
as long as
no,
the check arrives, you're good to go?
no. And that too was intentional. When we were talking about creating an incubator and a hub zone, when you hear the word incubator or accelerator, it usually comes with a template. You have to do X, Y, Z, right, in order to graduate our program. Um, I knew that for me wouldn't have worked. In fact, I have a company that I would like to grow and I think would benefit from an accelerator. But as a business owner, as a dad of two kids, I don't have time for someone else's, you know, uh, uh, rigid structures, right? I want to run my business the way I want to run my business, and I think that's honestly the essence of entrepreneurship: is you want to do what you want to do, how you want to do it. Now, of course, there are lessons to be learned from others and from following sometimes someone else's approach. But at the same time, that's not the space I wanted to run. It's not the type of space I had time to run. That
Sure.
requires an administrative overhead that we didn't have the funds for. And equally, I didn't want that rigid structure. I want folks, if they need help, to come to us and ask for help. If someone needs help with business plan writing, Zach, you were part of that, right? With a small business development center, we can put you in touch with you guys. If someone needs help with banking, no problem. We'll put them in touch with Fulton Bank, who we've established a relationship with, that provides banking accounts with no minimums for anyone that joins the IncuHub. If you need accounting advice, no problem. We've got multiple accountants at the IncuHub and outside of the IncuHub that have offered to provide free accounting advice to our members. If you need legal advice, we've got an attorney that will do the same, right? So it all has to be initiated by our members. And I find that not only are members happier that way, but I don't know how often you guys have noticed this when you accept someone into the program and you prescribe to them how to think and what to do. For one, they don't try to figure it out themselves. They're just following someone else's template, and then they say after that they say now what, right?
Right.
Or the other part of it is even if they do, right, they do it because they were asked and told that they had to, not because they wanted to. And the drive, the zeal, the moxie, the perseverance that one must have to succeed in business is, how do I do this? How do I do that? Let me talk to this person. Let me talk to that person. Let me learn. Let me figure it out. So we breed a culture of, hey, let me know how are you doing this? What are your thoughts on that? Let me know if you need help with that. And when people ask for help, then we put them in the right direction. We don't make them do anything they don't want to do, and we don't prescribe to them. And the other thing is, there's so many different businesses I think you have. Even if you were to prescribe it, there's so many different approaches on how to do this. So many different entry points. Some folks are already advanced. Some are not advanced. Some are starting at zero. Some already have a multi-million-dollar business. I'm not going to prescribe to them how they're going to do it. I
One
mean,
thing so there was a guy, Glenn Moriarty, who went 7 Cups of Tea. Now I think it's just called 7 Cups. Tim, you know him.
Yep.
I remember, oh yeah, you got the pitch in the car.
Yep.
We got the first ever live pitch in like 2013 on the way to a conference in DC from Glenn. And he actually was a part of a Y Combinator cohort, and they gave him a crap ton of money. He's raised I guess a significant amount of money last time I talked to him, and is at full strength and doing well. The thing that I thought was interesting, true accelerator program, was you fly out, at least at the time in 2013, 2014 timeframe, you fly out there, and the only requirement is that you come to dinner or something like every Tuesday, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most successful programs in the world, and their requirement is come to dinner this one day. Where you got all these other programs out there, and look, I did it myself, so I threw myself into there. Oh, you have to follow this platform. You have to follow all this stuff. And, a lot of these programs out there are led by people who have never even run a business. And so it's so interesting to me that that you have all this BS out there, when at the end of the day, it's like, let these companies focus, follow the YC model, really, of like, hey, like, once a week
Well,
come
the
together.
thing is, though, is that, I mean, and Marco, you another way of saying what you said, I would rather focus on building an environment that people want to be in every single day
Yeah.
versus putting other rules and stipulations in place. That, I mean, your time is just much more productive in building an environment that people enjoy being in.
Absolutely, Tim. I mean, you hit the nail on it. And Zach, I love what you said. You know, how can I, as someone who runs an IT management consulting company, tell an accountant how to build a business? Wouldn't that accountant be better off being a part of a community where there are multiple accountants in different phases of development as far as their business is concerned? That I or a community manager that we staff can say, hey, look, we have several accountants here, or we have several home health agency companies here. Why don't we create a little get together for you guys? Just say on Friday from 3 to 5, home health agency companies meet at the IncuHub here, and then just talk, figure it out, connect with one another, ask each other questions. How did you go? Because I don't know anything about home health regulation. I mean, I know what I hear, but I can't guide someone through that process, which is pivotal to opening that company, because you can't have a company without going through the regulatory, federal regulatory requirements. I know nothing about that. So the thought of me being able to prescribe something to someone else that I have absolutely no idea about seemed sort of, I don't know, this is not a word, charlatan-y on my end.
It's always weird when people ask me questions like that too, where I'm like, why would I know that? Like, that's a very specific question. Like, you need to ask that very specific person that question. Like, there are some things that like are random that I think, you know, the three of us know, but like when people are getting like really nitty gritty stuff, I'm like, this is absurd.
Yeah. And you know, there's certain things that you know, over time I've discovered that successful business owners have that unsuccessful don't. And I can screen for that. I can look for that. But I think everyone deserves an opportunity to learn. So even if you don't understand what it takes now, become a part of our community, talk to folks, learn from them. And if you learn, great. If not, you'll read yourself out. You know, you'll run out of money to start your business. And it's month to month, and that's fine. Right?
Yeah. I have to ask, you tripled in size. Do you have ping pong tables there? I heard that you were invited to train with the German Olympic team.
We used to. I don't know if you guys remember. Zach, you were there when we had it.
I played there.
Yeah, that's right.
You were moved to the tables?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No one wanted to play. It sat there.
Is that because you beat them up too bad?
Everybody was busy running their business.
No, that's because you beat everyone and no one wanted to play a champ.
I mean, I even offered everyone the trophy that I won when I won the Virginia State Championship. You know.
Did you really?
Yeah. No, it was a long time ago. It's an interesting fact, but no one appreciates table tennis, not ping pong, in the United States. It's a Chinese national sport, and China's got over 1 billion people. So just take that.
I've been directly involved within our entrepreneurial community for years. And the most common question I get is, Tim, I want to get involved, but I don't know what events I should attend. Well, StartWheel eliminates that pain point because we consolidate all the events you should attend into a single calendar. Now you'll be in the know and see where to spend your time. Gone is the need to search multiple websites and calendars. Just head to startwheel.org and see for yourself. That's startwheel.org.